Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for watching another inspiring story. Today, we have a very special gal who actually talks to angels and channels angels in her artwork. So I know a lot of you at home have also wondered whether you're capable of doing something like this, and you kind of question your abilities or whatnot. So we're going to listen to her story and how she got to be doing what she is now. And what were you on, some kind of show or?
Oh yeah, I was on Good Day Sacramento, and
Good
they
Day
were filming.
Sacramento.
Yeah, and they filmed the angels, and I
Awesome.
did a reading, and yeah, it was just wonderful. I just sent out one of the blessings just to bless all of you.
Okay, so you didn't necessarily, you kind of had a hint or a clue that you could do this when you were young. Like a lot of you probably wondered, whether you had a special talent that was kind of hidden. So how did you cultivate that, and how did you discover it, and what's your path?
So it's pretty interesting. I, number one, love life, and I really am in awe with everything around me. And I was raised in a creative family. My mom was an artist, and I would play piano when she would paint the angels. I mean, paint her art. Oh my gosh, she probably painted angels. Who knows? I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe they were angels underneath the art. Who knows? So anyway, that was a beautiful way for me to start with the painting, but I never cultivated that. I never brought that out at all. And then my mom would, tell me about a headache, and I get rid of the headache. And so I always knew I had this very caring nature about me. I always had this loving nature. I didn't want anyone to feel hurt.
Hmm.
I felt people, so I didn't want to feel them hurting. So I would do anything in my power. And it doesn't matter. Everyone can do this. You can do it with a smile. You can do it with a touch. There's so many ways to make people feel good. And I believe that right now, everyone needs to start doing that.
Yes.
Especially now with the last 2 years, it has not been so much fun and people are going down. So basically you need to lift them up a little bit.
Absolutely.
With whatever it is, right? Bring a cup of coffee, do this, do that, make a little note, write a little note. I mean, there's so many different ways of doing that, making people feel good. So that was that. And then I was a receptionist at my dad's salon. So I was bored.
Right.
So I doodled on the appointment book. And I just, I doodled all kinds of little things, and I didn't think anything. And this is when I was like 12, so only a couple years ago. So 12 years old or so. So I loved it. And then bring it up about 7 years ago, I was invited to a paint and wine night. And I'm like, okay, sure. My mom was an artist. I already knew I was connecting to source. And so I thought, okay, sure. So before I walked in, I was late because I was on the phone doing some work, making people feel good. And so then I got in, but before I got in, I called my mama in because she's over here in Eternal. And I called Picasso and I called Michelangelo. I said, I want you all to be with me and guide me with my work, whatever I'm supposed to do. So I guess already I knew I wasn't going to do what they were doing. So I walked in the door and everyone had the same thing on their paint and wine night. And my gut went, no. It like turned and said, wow. No, you're going to do what we're going to tell you to do. And I'm like,
really?
Okay, I'll do it. And so that happened to be my first angel.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. You went against the grain.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people wouldn't do that.
Yeah, if you knew me, that's norm.
Good.
And I actually wish more people would go against the norm.
Oh, yeah.
That would be
like everyone.
Yeah, like everyone. Right? Like you, like me, like so many. It would
take those things off.
I know. Exactly. It would be ideal. So I did that. And as soon as I finished that angel, all of a sudden all these angels started coming into my third eye.
Mm.
Paint me, paint me. I would be in the shower. 3 of them at once came in there. And it was like, okay. I'd be working on clients. Again, more would come. And so I just a moment. And I would sketch. Sometimes they would give me their name only. Sometimes they would give me the name and their vision. And then some would do the name, the vision, and the blessing. It was absolutely intriguing to me. And I had no idea, but I knew my mom had something to do with it because she still will show me, hey, remember this? Remember when I did this? And so she's still guiding me. In fact, one of the angels, and I'm doing this so that people know that it doesn't have to be in your own might. If you feel that nudge, I want you to go with that nudge. So I went to the paint store because I like using gold in a lot of my work, and I like using different shades of gold. So I got this gold paint, and I wanted to compare it with this other gold paint. So I'm like doing this, and all of a sudden this one went. I'm like, really, Mom?
So your mom is on the other side then?
Yeah, she is. She's very powerful. I'm telling you that. One time for her birthday, she turned on my fan light. I said, I'm not going to forget you. Happy birthday, Mama. I love you. Yeah. So after this paint squished out, I said, okay, I see. And so she wanted me to use my thumbs and put it on either side of the angels. And it just made that angel pop. I said, thank you. So some of you may have loved ones on the other side that are trying to communicate with you. And you may feel it, but not trust it. And so the thing is, you have to trust it. So I'm going to tell you a little tidbit of what happened with me in my journey of hearing spirits and energies and source. My son, pretty much my whole family is gifted, but my other son, I would lean on him a lot. I would say, man, Ramondo, I am hearing this. I said, can you confirm it? And he said, yep, that's it. And so every single time it was like using training wheels. All right. So I was doing that. And then one day, same thing. I asked again, and they told him, she already knows, don't say anything. So they took the training wheels off. So that is what spirit will do sometimes if they know that you're leaning on something too much and they want you to lean on yourself. How beautiful is that? So source is amazing, and our angels are amazing, and they just simply love to love on us. They really want us to be happy. They want us to be creative. They want us to serve others. Not so much ourselves. We have to take care of ourselves in order to serve others.
Yes.
And within that taking care of ourselves, we can meditate, which means we'll get more information too. We'll get for guidance.
Yep.
So if
absolutely.
It's a beautiful thing. And I know you know all about this, and it's so cool. And I'm so glad I'm talking with you. Thank you again.
Yeah.
So for any of you out there, and if you are thinking, I'm not good enough, I don't believe I have any of these gifts, who am I to do anything like that? I want you to know that every single person has a talent, no matter what it may be. It could be writing. You could be a poet and you didn't know it, right? Okay. You can be an artist, and it doesn't mean that it has to be a huge. There's so many different ways of art. I mean, look at Picasso, look at Michelangelo. There's so many different renditions of art. We don't know. It could be just geometric.
God, let me just insert a little side story here. I did a reading for this gal, and I told her she was going to paint these huge pictures of flowers that could fit in, that could take up the whole wall in a house. And
Nice.
she was like, I've never painted in my life. There's no way that I would do that. And I said, I don't know what to say, just give it a shot. And so she bought some paints and she got a canvas. She started painting all kinds of different things. And then all of a sudden, something just clicked and she started to channel it from a past life.
Oh,
And she
wow.
started making the most beautiful artwork ever. And she was texting it to me, showing me the pictures. She goes, I never knew that I had this in me until I finally got the paint and the canvas and just started to just try. Same thing with light language and everything, you know, it's
Right,
like,
right.
just try.
That is a wonderful story, and everyone has that within them. It's just they have to trust what they hear. They have to trust their nudges. Just like when you first started out, you're like, really? Am I really hearing this? No way. I know that's how it was with me. Really? Wait a minute. This is interesting. And I started doing a lot of writing. I have written books and everything else with my angels in them. So, you can just read the book and feel the book's like, oh my God, this is powerful. So you never know. You never know. So I just want you to believe in yourself. Everyone must believe in yourself, number one. If you don't believe in yourself, that comes from something deep and you just need to be healed. And then you'll believe in yourself. But you can start with small little things. Just do little things at first. But what I really want you to do, if you're thinking that you want to find out your gift, because everyone has a gift and sometimes you have more than one gift. All right. So it's really kind of cool. Like my mom, oh my gosh, she was such a gifted artist. She can use any medium, oil, acrylic, charcoal, you name it. And it was incredible. Yeah,
Holy cow.
She was so creative. And she was an interior designer. So she was all about that. And it was interesting. Once she had her eternal life birthday, I saw the biggest, thickest rainbow ever. So I knew they put her in charge of more painting for the eternal side. Yeah, so it was beautiful. So if you guys are wondering, who am I to do this? What can I do? Start with something small. How about just writing something positive on a piece of paper and sharing that with another? Sending a note out to someone, right? If you see someone out and about and they're looking like maybe they need something, because if anyone's on here, they're going to be they're an empath anyway. So they're already feeling people. So if you feel that little nudge, just maybe put your hand on their shoulder and say, hey, have a good day. And that alone can change your whole vibration and change your whole outlook. So if you just, what?
I have the coolest little idea too along those lines. Something that I've done for myself. It started with my friend doing it for herself, and I just love it. When somebody tells you something that feels really good, that you're like, oh my gosh, that just felt incredible. Write it on a Post-it note and put it on one of your mirrors or someplace where you look all the time. Something like, I think she says that her family used to always say, boy, if we didn't have you, we'd have to go get you. I thought that was so cute. Yeah. So I put that on a Post-it note. If we didn't have you, we'd have to go get you.
I love that.
Things like that, or like compliments that people give you that really touch you deeply,
That's a great idea. I like that. I'm going to remember that one. Thank you.
Right?
Yeah, it's really good. Another thing,
I have people come over to my place and they're like looking at this Post-it notes. These are cute. These are really neat.
Right? No, that's good. And we need to do that. And that's about the self-care. And that's what everyone needs to do. Another thing I try and help people with is I want them to look in the mirror and say, I love you. You are amazing. And do that until you finally believe it.
Because so true.
Love yourself. In order to be loved, you have to love yourself. In order to believe in yourself, you have to, have others believe in you. You have to believe in yourself, right?
Did you struggle with it yourself? When somebody told me to do that the first time, I cried and I couldn't even look in the mirror. I hated myself. I couldn't do it. And I couldn't even look. And I would just cry and throw a fit. I'm not doing it.
Right. Yeah.
And today I'd be like hugging the mirror. I love you so much.
That's right. Like Bob Proctor did in The Secret, kissing himself. I'm above you, right? Yeah. But they conquered it, and everyone needs to.
How was that for you? Like, facing yourself in the mirror like that. people don't even realize what a big moment that is. It can be
If I
very
use
uncomfortable when you first do that. It's like really intense.
very, and right now, as you're speaking about it, I'm feeling like someone's around my legs right now, trying to give me support. Yeah,
Aw.
it's been tough. It was really, it's been an interesting journey because of course we choose our human journey and our human experience to complete lessons. And sometimes those lessons aren't fun. So within those lessons, it's hard for us to believe in ourselves because we're tough. So once we get through that, we're going to believe in ourselves a lot more and love ourselves. And we're going to finally feel, oh my gosh, that was a nice load off of me. So yeah, it's
Mhm.
been a journey. It was tough. I had to really, I think that's a normal thing for everyone to just
Mhm.
get through. It's like, really? I mean, for the longest time, really, why me? I used to that, why me? Why am I chosen to do this for people? Why? But now it's like you have to get through that in order to work with more people, and help
Absolutely.
more people. So we just have to really, really, that's a very crucial point. So I'm going to get back to where I
Mhm. Mhm.
did my side winder at. We're going to get back into a different way of possibly becoming one with your soul, because that's the one that has all of our answers. Our soul has the
Mhm.
answer. I
I love
always say
that.
the brain is fantastic, but this is here to make sure the soul, whatever the soul says, can be completed with our brain. It's not the vice versa. It's not the brain trying to override the soul. It's the soul. The brain is basically a servant of the soul, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
So our soul has all the answers. Our soul knows exactly what we're supposed to do in this lifetime. And it's an amazing thing. But if you cannot connect with your soul, you're not going to find out. That's why so many people, what's my purpose? And also, real quick about the purpose, I realized that my purpose in every stage of my life was the correct purpose. And what we have to do was live it and be 150% in that purpose at that
Yeah.
time. And
Yes.
then the next door will be open. And then there's another purpose.
Yes.
We just have to do right. Just like going
Follow
through
your
school.
bliss. Follow your
Yeah.
bliss.
It doesn't
Exactly.
matter what it is. Because a lot of people I hear, oh, but I'm doing it. So are you being 100%? Think good. You're serving your purpose. And then the next door, are
Mhm.
you being 100%? It's just like with the spiritual path, with our healing, right? Same thing. We just we have to get it down here. If it's being an empath, oh, am I really feeling that? Get that down and believe it. And then the next door to your spiritual journey will open. We're like onions, and it's a beautiful
Yeah.
thing.
I mean, I like to look at it like even like we're cookies and
Yeah,
somebody wants to say, well, I'm the chocolate chip. And it's like, no, you're the chocolate chip, the flour, the oil, the water. You're a combination of all these different things that make you unique. Your purpose isn't just the chocolate chip in there. It's the full package of
I
all
love
the
that.
combination of all those things.
I've never had the analogy with
Isn't
a
that cool
cookie.
though?
It
Right?
really is. I
Or
like
an
it. I think
oatmeal
it's
cookie or a macadamia nut, whatever you are,
whatever. Yeah, macadamia nuts really good with white chocolate. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's really pretty cool. But yes, you're 100% correct, and it's good. Every mixture is good.
Mhm.
Everyone is good. We're all here for good, and it's a beautiful thing. And the hardships, or whatever you call it, I don't call them hardships. I love it. Every part of my life I am happy about because they were lessons that I needed to complete. So I want everyone out to hear it one more time. All of the hardships, whatever, are not hardships. They're all supposed to be, and you signed up for them just simply to finish the lessons to be a better person. And that's all I want. That's all I want. Everyone is to be happy
Yeah.
and joyful. So, in order to get more in touch with your soul, a couple of ways are the meditation outside. Because if you utilize the elements, I don't know about you, I'm sure you do. I love working with the elements. I love working with the wind and the trees and the bees and the
Mhm.
animals. I love it. And I talk to all of them because they too know everything. In fact, they know more than us because they don't have the stuff that we have to go through with the media and social media. I've never seen a tree watch TV. You know, thank goodness, that would be scary, right? So, what I would like for you guys to do, if you want to get more in touch with your soul, is you just take your shoes off. In fact, let's do a little visualization. Can I do a little visualization?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so we're going to close our eyes. We're going to take the shoes off. We're going to walk on some moist, I like warm lawn. We're going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to find this beautiful tree. And we're going to get all comfy right up against it. And we're going to feel that vibration of the tree, feel the vibration of the ground, and let it just go right through us. And we're going to feel the sun shining upon us, the little light breeze, feel a little chirp of hear the chirp of a bird, and maybe the chatter of a cute little squirrel. That we see the light going through them. How nice is that? We're just going to take a nice big deep breath. And one more. And we're going to ask our soul, our higher self, what do you want me to work on today? And you're just going to sit there. And you're going to be patient and just enjoy the ground and the sun and the trees and the bees and the birds. Just enjoy it all. And whatever comes to your mind first, hold on to that, write it down, and then just throughout the day, focus on that. And it's going to become more and more. And you're going to get an aha moment. But one thing for sure is we cannot rush it. It never works. It's like a little kid going to the mom. Hurry, hurry, hurry. The mom's not going to hurry, hurry, hurry.
Are we there yet?
Right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with spirit and our higher self. You have to be patient. It's on a different timeline. You know, it's really a cool and wonderful thing.
That's
just
awesome.
Good. I know. I just like how I feel. I just feel so, oh,
That felt wonderful.
Thank you. I'm glad. Yeah, I felt pretty awesome. So I don't know how many minutes we have left, and I know you're going to splice and dice, so we're
good. Before we started, you guys, she had me pick out. She's going to do a blessing for us. What we're calling now a blessing, on one of her pieces of art. And so I picked out which one I was feeling, and it turns out to be one about thriving. So how appropriate is that with the messages from Spirit I put out yesterday, right? So do you want to go ahead and introduce this piece of artwork? And
absolutely, I would love to. So this is the Angel of Thriving. Which we all want to thrive, right? In all ways. So it's really pretty cool. I don't know if you see that. Or should I show you?
It has a little bit of a, there we go. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, okay. That's the Angel of Thriving. So what I want you guys to do so that you can receive is just breathe in and breathe out. Love, peace, and harmony. Just breathe in and out. And energetically, I'll put my hand on your head so we can just make sure that you receive the message from this beautiful angel. Take a deep breath knowing that you have made it. Even though there were times that you did not think you would make it, you did. Even though there were times you did not think you could take any more, you did. Even though there were times you could not speak your truth, you do now. You are no longer crawling on your hands and knees. You are no longer being silenced. You are no longer being abused. You are no longer barely getting by. We are here to congratulate you. We are here to be your audience. We are here to see you rise to all occasions now, for you are now thriving. Stand up, brush off the dirt, and stand tall and strong. You have made it, and now you will be thriving in all areas of your existence, always and in all ways now. Thriving angel, namaste.
Holy cow, do I have chills everywhere?
Right?
That could not have been more appropriate.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes. Whenever you are
Wow.
onto it, it's what your soul needs to hear. So you, my dear, must have really needed to hear it. And you probably felt the audience, your audience needing to feel it as well.
Wow, that was amazing,
Thank
amazing,
you.
amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that. Oh my
You're
gosh.
very welcome. That's why I love sharing my angels.
If somebody wants to check out your artwork or what you're about, do you have a website? And
I do.
your name is Toni, right?
Yes, Toni,
Okay,
with
all
an
right.
I. Yeah.
Yeah, what's your website?
A universalpowerhealing.com.
And people can order all these
Uh-huh.
different works and
Yeah. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
such
Yes.
beautiful energy.
Right. Yes. Thank you for allowing me to read it. Thank you for allowing me to bless your audience. I appreciate it.
Oh my gosh, thank you. This was so much needed and it's such perfectly timed, so perfectly timed today.
Awesome.
So thank you so much.
You're so welcome. And
All
I
right.
love you all.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you guys so much for watching and being a part of this.
All
And
right.
listen to that blessing again or blessing again anytime you need a little upliftment and reminding that, we're through this.
Absolutely.
We're through
We
this.
will survive. We will thrive for
That's
sure.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Talk to you later.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.